Matt,
Morning.
love the hats. It's hat week for Matt. I love it.
Sorry, my volume down. Morning.
Good morning. All right, I will put the doc for today in the chat. So you can make a copy or you can just have it so you can view it and then you can just write on paper whatever you need to do. All right, so I just put the doc in the chat. We'll share in just a minute, but this is the handout for today. You can make a copy if you want, or you can just have it so you can view it so you can do the problems as you go. You can do them on paper. That doesn't bother me. And then we'll share in just a couple minutes once we get everybody here. So the warm-up is just problems 1 and 2. Okay. So that first page of that doc. All right, so the doc we're working on right now is in the chat. We're doing problems 1 and 2. We're going to share in just a couple minutes. We share Wednesday, but then we're going to share our warm-up answers as well. And we're going to do it so fun. You're going to love it. All right. So the doc's in the chat, but let's do We Share Wednesday. What do you guys want to share? Anyone done after this semester? I think we have a couple people that are done, ready to transfer or be done in general after this semester. Is it right? Josh and Ruki, you're both done after this semester?
Yeah, I started my graduation process and I ordered my cap and gown.
Yay! Hooray! That's so exciting.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Yeah,
Anyone else close?
Yeah, I got the email like a week ago that they processed it, so I'm excited. I've been doing this stuff for like 5 years, so it'll finally pay off.
Yay, Josh. That's awesome. It doesn't matter how long it took. It just matters that you made it, right?
Exactly.
Yep. Anyone else close? Anyone else finishing up this summer? Or in the fall? Is anyone the fall the last semester for them? Some of you just began your journey, right? You're like, don't pressure me. I just started. Jiminy Christmas, what's happening here? It's okay. I'm just curious, trying to get some sharing. So the schedule's not out yet, right? For fall. So just in case if you're waiting for it, I don't even know when they said it was coming out, but after spring break, obviously, right? So now would be a great time to talk with your advisor if you need to figure out what classes to take for the fall or if you're going to take anything for the summer. Okay, so it would be a great time to reach out to your advisor and touch bases with them. And make sure you're picking classes, number one, that count towards moving you forward on your educational path. But also, sometimes you can find a class that checks a lot of boxes, but is also interesting. I know, sounds shocking. Sometimes we can't find those that are interesting. There's a lot of interesting classes on campus. There really are. So check them out. Anyone have one that they took that they just loved?
A lot of the agricultural classes are great.
Nice. Any other ones people have taken that they liked?
I'm taking humanities actually right now, and like I'm already a history guy, so like, but it's given me like way more new appreciation for like art, or art, like romanticism, realist art, all that stuff, the fancy things, neoclassical. So there's a lot like to go into it. It's not just like old paintings. So
That's
I
awesome.
like that.
And what's the class called? Do you remember? Or what's the prefix of it?
It's just humanities, humanities of Western culture. What so
Okay.
it's all Western stuff, so Europe and all that.
And do you like the instructor?
Yeah, yeah.
Good.
It's just like an online, so I'm not so familiar with her, but
That's fine. That's fine. But the way they set up their online makes a difference too, right? If it's all chaos, then sometimes it's a little stressful. So good.
Yep.
Any other class recommendations or is anybody doing anything over spring break? I know you're like, what? Doing anything? No, I'm sleeping for once, right? I'm playing with my new baby, right? Yeah. Hopefully sleeping. Yeah. Anyone else doing any hiking? Going to spring break, spring training game? It's gonna be nice weather.
My
I mentioned to everyone. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. You can go.
After my neck gets better, my friends are taking me out to Sedona to celebrate my 21st.
Nice. Okay, so Lee, you had a bike accident?
Yeah, and I have really bad whiplash right now, so I'm not allowed to move my neck.
That is awful. That is awful. Were you mountain biking?
No, I was biking to the library across the street, and a car kind of just got me.
That's awful.
And I'm still not fully recovered, which is why I'm so stiff right now.
Oh, well, I'm glad you're here, that I know you're at least okay enough to be here. So that's crazy.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to send you my doctor's note.
It's hard man, bikes are dangerous, right? Because cars do not pay attention and cars hit them. Yeah.
And it was my light too. And I was like, oh man.
That's awful. Okay, you were going to say something.
I was just gonna say that I had mentioned I'm going to Texas to see a friend. She's a friend that I met in DC when I was living there for my internship. So I'm going to see her, and I'm just kind of nervous because I do know like they don't have mask requirements anymore, but also like I have not taken a COVID test ever since COVID-19 started. So we have to take the test before we go on a plane. And so I'm kind of nervous. And so if anyone has any information about like how you're supposed to do the test, like I don't even know what the heck you do.
You shouldn't
Are
even
you
have
able
to test, Judith. You're not
Um,
required to test.
before you get on a plane? I thought
Nope.
you are.
Nope. Only if you're going to Hawaii. You're good.
Oh, did they lift that up? I also
Nope.
don't watch the news.
It
So
was never a thing, believe it or not.
did they?
Yeah.
Oh,
We live in the United States of America. We don't like to make those rules.
I was just gonna say the same thing.
We don't like to
Anyway.
make those mandates. So,
oh my gosh.
There-
Okay, so I don't have to take a test before I go on the plane?
nope.
Oh my gosh.
A couple
Thank
of
goodness.
days, I didn't do testing. They didn't require.
Yep. They don't care. I mean,
Okay.
hopefully you don't have COVID, right? Like we wouldn't want you to get on a plane if you had COVID. So if you're having
No.
any symptoms, I would say go
No.
get tested. But, and
Yeah.
I would, this is coming from the germaphobe right here. I am a definite germaphobe. I would double mask on the airplane.
Okay.
I would double mask on the airplane. So I would wear a disposable mask underneath and then a cloth mask on top. And I would not take off my mask at all from
Okay.
airport to airport. Like I would wait until I'm out of the airport. And I would immediately go somewhere and change all my clothes. I'm just saying, and I would put them in a bag and I wouldn't touch them. And wherever you're going, like carry hand sanitizer and all of that. But I think you'll be good to go.
Yeah, thank you everyone. I don't watch the news and I never know what's happening. So I'm glad everyone's here for me. And I honestly sometimes feel like you're all my support system sometimes.
Nice. Okay, so Judith's going to Texas. Anyone else going anywhere? Nope. Me neither. I might drive to Tucson to see my parents. That will be the extent. And I'm going to go on a big hike. I'm going to do at least a 10-mile one next week. So when we come back from spring break, someone please check with me for accountability and make sure I went on at least a 10-mile hike. I'm going to do the Grand Canyon rim to rim again in May, potentially. I've done it once, didn't love it, but my sisters want to do it with me. So, but I need to do at least a 10-mile hike before I do a longer hike before I do the Grand Canyon. So, and I need to do it before it gets too stinking hot. Okay.
When you do, I had a question quick. When you do the hike from rim to rim, do you like drive home or do you stay at a hotel? How does that work? Like those hikes that people do at the Grand Canyon. I've never done it, or I've never really gone there. So
Yeah, well, it depends on how insane you are. If you are me, you're not very insane. You just do rim to rim and then you would like to collapse somewhere and you would like to stay and sleep for a long period of time. And thanks to Sheena. No, I'm not amazing. I barely survived. And why I would do it again is insane. My sister, if you're insane like one of my sisters, which by the way, her kids have done Ironmans. So if that puts it in perspective for you, they do rim to rim to rim because they're better than me. And then they just get in their car and drive home. Not me. I'm not doing that. So just so you know, but so last time I did South Rim to North Rim. This time I'm going to do North Rim to South Rim. That's my plan. Yeah, Tashina, it's hilarious, but literally I could barely move my body. I could barely lift my foot. I had to go up 3 steps to another room and I was literally almost crying. It was terrible.
Did you have
But-
jello legs?
What?
Did you have jello legs?
I don't even know if I could say jello legs. I was literally, first of all, I was delirious when I finished, like literally delirious. It took me 12 hours to do it. And I could not lift my foot without almost crying. And then I taught the next day and it was like face to face in person. And I had to walk around the classroom and it was like, oh, it was terrible. So I don't know why I would do it again, but peer pressure from my sisters is all I have to say. So you guys check with me, 10-mile hike after spring break. Anyone else who wants to go on a longer hike than me, I'm very competitive. So if you want to go on a longer hike, send it to me in email and I'll be like, my hike's longer than yours. I did more elevation than you, whatever. It's okay. You can be better than me. Okay. How about that warm up? Are you doing okay? Just 1 and 2, the first 2 lines. So if we're looking at it, it looks like this. Yes, you were doing this page. Am I sharing my screen? Please tell me yes. Thank goodness. Okay, good. Should I be quiet so you can finish this for a minute? Or are you already done because you were ignoring me and you were doing all this work? That's fine too, because that's probably what I would have been doing if I was you. Anyone need more time? Oh, good. I'm going to be quiet and give you at least 2 minutes. If you're already done, read the next problem, see if it makes any sense. Probably won't unless you do the mini lesson. All right, you all finished? Yay. Okay. Well, fun surprise. This is going to be a fun game that we're going to play. You're going to love it. I'm going to love it is what I meant to say. So this is what we're going to do. You remember my spinner? I know you love my spinner. We're going to use my spinner and then when we do the spinner, whoever I pick, whoever the spinner lands on. Wait, can you see the spinner? I feel like you can't. Yeah, stupid. That's annoying. Okay, one moment. It moved on me. Okay. I can see the spinner perfectly. Then whoever the spinner lands on is going to answer the first question, but then after that, they're going to pick the next person. Yes? And if it lands on V, we just have to respin because she's not here. I know you're hoping it's you. I know you're hoping it's you. Lily, you're so lucky. I feel like it was Lily before. Was it you before, Lily? I feel like it was Lily before. Okay. So Lily, I'm going to share my screen and I'll show you which question you're going to answer. You're just going to answer the very first question and then you get to pick anyone in the class to answer the next one. I know. See, it's like pressure. Yeah. So you might just want to close your eyes and point to the screen. So notice this was finding the probability and then finding odds in favor. So Lily's going to do this box right here, which is a single six-sided die and rolling a number less than 3. So you're finding the probability of rolling a number less than 3. So what'd you get, Lily?
So I'm not sure if I actually got it right.
That's
but
fine.
I put 2/6 and I simplified it and I got 1/3.
Give her a thumbs up if you agree. Nice. Okay. Look, Lily, see, you're awesome. Okay. Now you get to pick someone. Anyone you want.
I'm not sure.
I know. See, now you feel my pain. So pick anyone you want. It's okay. Close your eyes, touch the screen. Whoever you touch, they're it.
Uh, I'll do Matt.
All right. Okay, Matt, you're going to do this box right here, which is the probability that it's not a number less than 3 or the complement to the one we just did.
So that would be 4/6, right? And then that would turn into 2 or 3.
Any of you agree with Matt? Nice. I see lots of heads shaking. What's nice is, do you notice these two columns should sum to 1? So 1/3 plus 2/3 is 1 whole. So that's really nice. Now the next box we're doing is odds in favor. Same question, a single six-sided die, rolling a number less than 3. So you want to know what is the odds of rolling a number less than 3. So Matt, you get to pick who's next.
Lee.
All right, Lee.
So I'm pretty sure I did this right, but I don't know if the answer is right. But I got 1 to 3 as the odds in favor.
Okay, how'd you get it? 1 to 3.
What I did was I put all the numbers out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I did the odds in favor of and put boxed out 1 to 2 for the left column. So then the rest were 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's 1 to 2, I think.
Aha, there you go. Perfect. It's 1 to 2. I figured we would find your mistake if I just drew out what you were saying. So, because it starts off 2 to 4, right?
Yeah.
Because it's successes to failures. So it'd be 2 to 4. And then we simplified that to 1 to 2. Excellent. See, when we talk through it, then we figure it out. All right, Lee, you get to pick someone.
Tashina.
Haha, Tashina. I'm ready.
Oh, dang it. Okay. We're down at odds against or we're
Yep.
at odds in favor?
Yep, odds against.
Okay, so then easiest way for me is just flip flop it. So it'd be 2 to 1.
Everybody agree with Tashina? Yep, just flip flop it. It's now 2 to 1. So that will always happen. These two will always be inverses of each other, right? So this started out as 2 to 4. So this would start out 4 to 2, and then we simplify it because that's failures to successes.
Thanks, Lee.
Anyone else? Anyone have a question over the first row? Are you okay with the first row? Okay, Tashina, you get to pick for this second row. Oh, we can't hear you.
My computer's frozen. Sorry. So I always see Matt on my screen, so I'm just gonna pick on him.
But Matt already got picked. Now you have to pick someone
Oh,
else. Poor Matt.
I was listening. I thought it was a different voice. Sorry, Brady.
Brady. I love how Tashina laughs afterwards. Okay, Brady, you're doing the probability that it's a queen.
That'd be 1/13.
What do you guys think? I don't know why I'm writing it in that box. 1/13. Do you agree? Yeah, very nice. So because there's 4 queens in the deck out of 52 cards, so it simplifies to 1/13. Excellent. Okay, Brady, you get to pick. It's so hard to pick.
Zach. Sorry, I said it, but I was
Zach.
on mute.
All right.
All right,
Um,
Zach.
For this one, I just did, well, it's 1/13, so you divide them, and I got 0.07692, or I guess 0.0769. That would be fine.
Hold on one second. This is the probability it's not a queen.
Oh.
So-
I just looked at the answer for number 2 instead, and then I said the one in the middle. Okay, 12, what would it be? 12/13.
There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I don't know
12.
why I was looking at number 2. I don't know why we thought we were down there.
You were just excited because we're
I guess
taking
so.
so long. I know. Okay. So starts out as 48 out of 52 because there's 48 not queens out of 52, and you get 12/13. Good job, Zach. Now you get to pick someone for odds in favor of a queen.
Let's see. I guess I'll go with Josh.
All right, Josh.
Okay, this one I kind of had everything else on this I was good with. This one I was super confused about. Would it be 4/48?
What do you guys think? 4/48? Does that sound good? Because there's 4 queens and then there's 48 not queens, and then that will simplify to 1 to 12.
Or 1/12, yeah.
Perfect, Josh. Good job.
Yay! Thank goodness.
Yay. Now you get to pick someone.
I'll choose Zevi.
All right, Zevi.
12-1.
Very nice. Zevi's like, that's a good pick, right? Because all I have to do is reverse those. Yeah. Because it starts as 48-4, and then it simplifies to 12-1. All right. So any questions on that first table? We went over probability, complements, odds in favor, and odds against. Everybody okay with that? Now's your time to ask questions if you're confused. All right, Zevi, you get to pick the next one. So this first one, the fraction.
Judith.
All right, Judith. Judith's so excited. I can see it on her face.
So I did not get to this one. I was still doing the top. I'm very slow. So I was just about to start doing it as she said my name.
Oh, good. So you talk us through it. We're ready.
Okay. Well, it's asking for the probability if a person is chosen at random. So then basically adding the amount of the total. So like 12 plus 6 plus 8 of all of the people. So that would be 26 total. So then the probability of choosing someone at random, that is specifically hygiene. So then there's only 6. So then that would be 6 hygiene, and then we could do 6/26.
Very nice.
6/26.
And then does that simplify? You don't have to do the decimal or the percent, just simplify the fraction.
Yes, it does to 3/13.
Look at you, rock star. Good job. Everybody give Judith a hand because she felt really put on the spot there. Yeah, she was a little nervous, but it's okay. We appreciate it. And if you make a mistake, it's okay. We're all here. Okay, so Judith, you get to pick who's going to give us the decimal for that.
I feel like a lot of people have been picked. I don't know if Rookie went, or am I saying her name wrong or right?
No, you're saying it right, but Ruki might be helping. she has a handyman at her house. So pick someone else for a second.
Okay. I don't know if Danessa went. I don't
Nope.
think.
Nope. Danessa didn't go. We're ready, Danessa.
Okay, the decimal. I got let me see. I got 0.4615.
And where did you get that? Did you get 3/13 for the first box?
Yeah, I just I wasn't sure if I divide the 3/13 or the 12/26.
Not 12/26 because 12 is nursing majors and we want hygiene majors.
Oh, okay.
So we just want to do 3 divided by 13, or you could do 6 divided by 26.
That would be 0.2308.
Very nice. Everybody agree with that? Anyone have rounding questions? You okay? All right. So this is a problem where there's a lot of words. So you kind of got to, use a highlighter, dental hygiene, and then, 12 are nursing, 6 are dental hygiene, 8 don't know. So that's how we got 6 out of 26. Good job. Danessa, you get to pick the last person for the percent. And if you need me to tell you who hasn't been picked, I can tell you.
Let me see.
I think you really have one choice right now. Oh, you have 2 now. You have 2 choices now.
Who is it?
Annie and Ruki.
Annie.
All right, Annie.
So I got 23.1%.
How many of you agree you get 23.1%? All right. First of all, that was fun for me because I didn't have to pick. Second of all, it was fun for me to see you how hard it is to pick each other. Yeah. Now you know why I have a spinner. So you're welcome. Okay, good job. So that was PC1 and PC2. So if you struggled, did anyone get them all right? Easy peasy, like no problem. Nice. If you struggled on any of them, or if you were just nervous, that's okay. That's a good way to know that you probably need to practice PC1 and PC2. Okay. Expected value. So some of you, did anyone do the mini lesson last night? It's not due till tonight, but you could have done it last night. Expected value is the average gain or loss of an event if the procedure is repeated many times. So we can compute the expected value by multiplying every outcome by the probability and then summing them. So for example, if you've ever played a game, like a raffle game or any kind of game, that's what they do is they compute their expected value because they don't want to lose money. They want to make money, right? So they figure out the expected value, but notice it's an average. So if the expected value of a game is negative, you probably shouldn't play it. Okay, because what that means is on average, you're going to lose money. Now, I'll warn you right now, pretty much every game you play in gambling has a negative expected value for you because it's set in favor of the casino or whoever's doing it, right? So that doesn't mean you're going to lose every time you play. It just means if you keep playing, on average, you're going to lose. Yeah? Okay. So if it has a positive expected value, you could play. Do you notice I say good luck trying to find one? Because there's not a lot of them. And then I say, okay, keep in mind that even if the average winnings are positive, it could be the case that most people lose money and one very fortunate individual wins a great deal of money. Does that sound like anything you know in real life where most people lose, but one lucky winner gets a ton of money? What does it sound like to you?
Lottery.
Yeah, the lottery for sure, right? So the expected value of the lottery might be positive, but the only reason it's positive is because that one person wins so much money. Okay. On average, you're probably going to lose money. So the expected value is 0. We call it a fair game. Now, that's how most games are set, right? Most games are set to be fair. And when I say most games, I mean like board games that you're playing at your house, right? They're not set up so you lose, right? So one person, if you're player one, you win. It's set up so each person has the same likelihood of winning. Okay, so that's a fair game, right? Okay. Here's an example. A bag contains 3 gold marbles, 6 silver marbles, and 28 black marbles. Someone offers to play this game. You randomly select a marble from the bag. If it's gold, you win $3. If it's silver, you win $2. If it's black, you lose $1. What is your expected value if you play this game? So we're going to figure it out. Now, first of all, what color marble is the most likely to get chosen?
Black.
Yeah, the black marble, because there's more of those than anything else, right? So if you select that one, you're going to lose $1. It's set up that way. So if you look at how this is calculated, this first column is the outcome. That's where you're going to put what happens in the game, right? So you either win $3, that's why it's a positive. You could win $2, that's also a positive, or you could lose $1. That's why it's negative. Do you see that, how that's negative? Okay, then the next column is the probability. How did they get 3 out of 37 and then 6 out of 37 and 28 out of 37? How did we get those values?
37 is going to be the total. And then the number in front of it is the success.
Very nice. So success to total. So, and then this third column is you take the first column and multiply it times the second column. So outcome times probability. So we did $3 times 3 over 37, $2 times 6 over 37, and negative $1 times 28 over 37. After you do that, you add those all up. And be careful, if you're using a graphing calculator or something like this, you can't use a subtraction sign for a negative. There's a different button on your calculator that's your negative sign. On Desmos, it doesn't care, but on a calculator like this, it cares. The negative sign is just to the left of enter on this calculator. So just in case you need that. Okay, so what does this mean? We round it to the nearest cent because it's money. So this is saying on average, if you play this game over and over and over again, on average, you're going to lose 19 cents. So you probably don't want to play this game. It's set up for you to lose. Now, that being said, if you play it once and you pull out a gold marble and you win, walk away, right? You just won $3. But what it's saying is if you keep playing, on average, you're going to lose. Okay? That's why that's a negative value. Does that make sense? Okay. So now you have one on your paper that's just like this. A friend devises a game that's played by rolling a single 6-sided die. Once, if you roll a 6, he pays you $3. If you roll a 5, he pays you nothing. If you roll a number less than 5, you pay him $1. Compute the expected value for this game should you play this game. So this is on this handout right here. Calculate your expected value. Once you do that, think of what that means, okay? And get a sentence ready in the chat for me. So don't hit enter yet, but just get it ready for me. I'll give you about, I don't know, 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes. Okay. All right. So did you finish? Yes? Okay, so you have an expected value. But what I want in the chat is a sentence on what the expected value means. Okay? So what does the expected value mean? So get your sentence ready in the chat. And it's okay if you're wrong. Like, it's okay. It's not a big deal. We're doing expected value today and tomorrow. All right. 3, 2, 1. I want to know what the one that you got in your number means, right? In your problem, what does it mean? So your sentence should have that number in it.
But you should have what word in it?
It should have your number that you calculated in it. What does it mean? So like Tashina said, you lose 67 cents every time you play. Okay, first of all, did a lot of you get negative 0.67 or did you get a different number?
I got that for one of the values, but I didn't get it for like the main one.
Okay. So, and Zach's shaking his head as well. So Josh, what did you get for the overall expected value?
Okay, so that was what I was confused about, is how to calculate all of those together. Because separately, for the first one I got 0.5. The other, for the second one I got 0, and then for the last one I got negative 0.66 repeating.
Is that what you guys got on those three? You got 50 cents for the first one, 0 for the second one, and then you got negative 66 repeating, so 67 cents. And then for the expected value, you're going to take all of those and add them together. And so what are you going to get for your overall expected value when you add all those together?
1.16.
That seems too big.
Negative 0.16.
Negative 0 point, and if we round it, what would it be? Wouldn't it be 17 cents? Did you get negative 17 cents? Yeah, I see a couple people shaking their heads, but not everyone. So because the probability of rolling a 6, did you get 1/6 here? Rolling a 5 would be 1/6, and rolling less than a 5 would be 4/6. So you did $3 times 1/6, which gave you 50 cents. $0 times 1/6, which gave you $0. And negative $1 times 4/6, which gave you negative 0.66. Does that make sense? Is that what everybody got in their table? Okay, so then maybe this was the step that you weren't sure on. We add these three together. Okay, so now that you know you need to add them together, would you get this answer right here? This negative 17 cents? Yeah. Anyone unsure on where I got that?
I have a question.
Yeah.
So you're always just subtracting the outcome times probability if it is less in the column, right?
Or you can put plus the negative, right? It'll work too on your calculator.
Right, but like, because it says roll number less than 5, so like, is that your kind of indication of subtracting?
No, the indication is when it says in the question that you lose $1.
Oh, that's okay.
So
Okay.
since you lose money, that's negative. Good question, Matt.
Yeah, I'm just kind of confused on what that even means. So what does the expected value mean? What
Okay.
on average you're gonna lose every time you roll?
Nope, not every time you roll. Remember, if it's negative, it means that playing the game over and over and over
Right.
again, you
It's
will
fixed to where it's more likely like you're not going to win anything. On average, you're most likely this is what's going to be the outcome.
Yeah, so you're not obviously if you look at the game, you're never going to lose 17 cents when you play the game once, right? Because you're
Oh,
either going to
right.
lose $1, you're going to win $2, you're going to win $3. But if you keep playing on average, you as the player of the game is going to lose money, not make money.
Right.
Does that help?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. And this is probably normal, right? Like every game that you play out somewhere, like at a casino or something like that, is set up against you. It's set up for you to lose, right? It's set up for the casino to win money, right? Okay. So now, why do we compute expected value? As a company, we need to know our expected value, especially if we give warranties or insurance. How many of you have a warranty on your phone? Anyone have a warranty on their phone? Yeah. So if you have a warranty on your phone, you pay for that warranty, right? And some of you are like, yeah, and I get my money's worth on my warranty because I drop my phone all the freaking time and they have to replace it, right? That's fine. But most people don't drop their phone and don't have an accident and don't need it replaced. So the phone company has to determine how much are they going to charge you for that warranty because they want to make money off it. They don't want to lose money. Make sense? Okay. So the next scenario that you're going to do, by the way, I have this right here. Here's what we did. So you shouldn't play the game since the expected value is negative. You're going to lose money on average if you play the game. But now we're going to look at an insurance company. And now you're not the homeowner who's going to buy insurance. You work for the company. Okay. You work for the insurance company. And they estimate that the probability of an earthquake in the next year is going to be 0.0013. The average damage done by an earthquake is $60,000 worth of damage. So if the company offers earthquake insurance for $100, what is the company's expected value of the policy? So in other words, on average, they won't make $100 off the policy, but they probably want it to be a positive value. So you're going to fill in a table that's on the worksheet that looks just like this. So in this box, you're going to say, how much money does the company make or lose if an earthquake happens? In this box, you're going to say, how much money does the company make or lose if the earthquake happens? Then in this middle box, you're going to put the probability. In this last box, you're going to multiply them together. And then in the expected value box, you add these two together. Okay. And then that's going to tell you the average amount the insurance company is making or losing per policy. But you have to be careful and think about it. The insurance company makes the $100 even if there's no earthquake. They also get $100 if there is an earthquake because they only pay out when somebody has the policy. Yes? Okay, so I'm going to put you in groups so you can think about this and figure out how much money the company is going to make. Okay? So fill in this table. When you have an answer, let me know because I can come in and help you or just talk to you about it. So let me make sure I have all my rooms set. All right. So you're going to be with different people. Just introduce yourself, say hi. We're not that big of a class, and finish this table. Okay. And let me know if you have any questions. All right. I think everybody's back almost. Okay, good. Now, let's just be brave. You work together as groups. Everybody put their answer in the chat. Okay. Everybody put their answer in the chat. It's okay if it's wrong. Let's just see how we did. So make sure there's a $sign in there. And then we'll just do it in 3, 2, 1, go. Nice. A lot of us got the same answer, $22. Now, let's go over this. First of all, it makes sense that it's a positive value because the company wouldn't do it unless they were making money, right? The insurance company always wants to make money. If you look at this table, this should look like what yours looks like now after some corrections, right? Some of you, a lot of you got this part. Sorry, you got the negative 60,000, but some of you forgot that they still get $100, right? Some of you also struggled on this column right here. They gave us this 0.0013. To find the other probability, we have to do 1 minus that value, right? To get that 0.9987. So read what I wrote for my sentence. This means that the company would make $22 on average per policy. Okay, that doesn't mean they make $22 on each policy. It just means on average, they're going to make $22. Okay. Questions on that? Do you see how these can get complicated? Yeah, and it's really, the math's not hard. It's the thinking that's hard, right? So that's what you'll notice about this. It's reading carefully and setting up your tables correctly. So that's what's hard. That's why we're spending another day on this tomorrow. Okay. Okay. So you have the mini lesson due tonight. You should start your PC3 practice because it's due tomorrow night. And then you don't have to finish the handout because we just finished it. So you're good to go. I'm going to put the exit ticket in the chat. It's really short. It's a multiple choice, but read the sentences carefully because my last class, a lot of them missed them. I don't know why, but I think you'll do fine if you read through the statements. Okay. So there's your exit ticket in the chat. I'll hang out here if you have any questions. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Good job today.